I have no idea. Yeah, I don't know, no. I really don't. Every time he does, though, I don't know.
okay. I'll tell.
What did he say?
Don't want to know. No dark side like I do. We know he used you.
I tried to.
Brainwashed you. Wound you up like a tin soldier and turned
Is it
you
bad?
loose against Earth. Cry me a river. On the outside chance that this isn't another one of his schemes, we have to take action. So I suggest you get over it. Stay back. I'll take it from here. Don't have any powers. I have this.
There's just clips of the Justice League. I was just trying to get like what's it called, memories about it, like just yeah, look at the old clips. Yeah, it was the Justice League. Yeah, I think you've seen it too. Like best Batman moments or whatever. I just seemed to click on it when I saw it, so. But I put all different types of Batman Beyond suits, 3 of them. I like the style, so. All 3 of them? I did all 3 because it's the Batman symbol. I don't know, I just try to make it look pretty kind of different, but similar, if you know what I mean. I finally got my first mod for him. This is the chess piece. Yeah, that one. So I'm gonna go with might and health. That's what I think. That's why I'm gonna get all the mods. That way he heals better, faster. cool, right? But every single mod is gonna be 5,000 points. You know how long that's gonna take me? At least I got most of the gear though, right? I mean, I got everything else. I got 1,600 right now. Okay. Okay, so let me finish this first and I'll give you the tips. How do you get the corrupted aura? You get it from a collection. I'll show you. I'll show you all the steps that you need to get for that, but Okay, so in order for you to level up in the quickest and best pace is are you talking about just CR or are you talking about skill points as well? Because if you're just talking about CR, that's easy. But if you're talking about skill points, it's basically on repetition. So the more you keep doing that same mission, let's say there's like three different requirements. Let's say you have to defeat a boss in three different types of ways. One, you have to defeat the boss to say less than 10 minutes. The second one is telling you you have to defeat the boss without using any powers. You know, stuff like that. Like for skill points, that's what you want to do for feats. But you want to make sure that your skill points is either as great or greater than your CR. So if your CR is 100, level 100, you want to make sure your skill points is either there. Excuse me, the same amount of skill level for your combat rating or greater. You know what I mean? Like if you have your CR is 100, you either want 100 skill points or better. Always. You never want to have less than what your CR is. Because if your CR is stronger than your skill points, or more, then you're not as strong as you should be. Just keep that in mind. You always want to make sure that you're keeping track of that. If you do, you become stronger. And the collections for this one, for the corrupt aura, here I'll show you. I'm gonna go in not alphabetical order, but I'm gonna go in the order where you can write it down, and then you're gonna want to go to the broker. Yeah, no problem. So what you want to do from the broker, here I'll show you. So you go to the broker, but I'm gonna show you the style first, okay? So I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna show you the style. That way you can just copy it down, or pause it, or however you need to do it. But I'm gonna give it a gap, so that way you have time to write it down or whatever. So it's called Relics of Black Death. Oh, so you know where? Okay, so you're talking about that. I thought you were talking about what the names were. Okay, so the only way you would basically get them, I can't get them no more because I already collected it. So when I look through my collections, I'll show you. When you go to the broker, you go to the collections. Here, I'll show you. So I'm gonna just show you an example, but I can't collect anything because I already have everything in the game. But just to where you need to go. You see where it says collections? Well, it sells everything from rare items to just rare random collections in the game. And people sell it by outrageous amounts depending on what it's for. So yeah, but the other way you would get it is the time capsules. The time capsules is the first bet to get them, I would say is the original time capsules, because there's like 5 or 6 different ones, but each one has different aura, has different material. You know, like it all depends on which one, but it's the regular time capsule one is the one you're looking for. For the corrupted aura, that's where you get it. It's just time capsule. The other ones are for other capsules. But yeah, that's basically where you get it. And it's hard to get it. It's you have to have a lot of boxes. You have to have a lot of stabilizer keys, and then just open as much as possible and try to get the collection from there. And then if you can't, try to save the collections that you got from the time capsule and try to sell it in the broker. Try to make your money off of what you've already collected, or the type of collection. Research it and buy in the broker and see how much it's worth. Try to make your money back. Save up money to get the rest of the collections. Because that's what I do. If I get majority of the collections in the time capsules, and I can't really get the rest in the time capsules from me opening all of them, my second best bet is to get it from the broker, because people are more than likely going to sell that piece they already have. So when they sell that piece they already have, they're going to sell it in the broker at a fair price or an expensive price, depending on how old that collection is, depending on how rare that is. You know, it all depends on how important it is in the game. You know, basically. Yeah, I have everything in the game. It's you're looking at it. I like fire. I always did since the get go. I've been fire since beta, or since the PS3. I'm in PS4 now, but since the game came out for PS3, this I've been fire ever since. Um, I know there's different talk about how there's different power settings for different abilities, like ice, rage, and such atomic and everything like that. I get it, but since I'm so used to the mechanics for fire, like the techniques, the powers, and the setup and the loadouts, I'm so comfortable with it. So I don't really bother. You know what I mean? Like it's cool, but since I like fire, you know what I mean? Like I don't know, it just suits me. I don't really care on really how much the different powers look or do. It's just as long as you're comfortable with it. Because what really makes a character or player more OP is actually being more comfortable with the style, the loadout, the weapon mastery, you know, like the different techniques for that ability. So if that person continues with that, they become an expert. So when somebody against them that's fighting them with the same ability, same power, let's say they're new at it, but you're an expert, you're more likely gonna win. You know what I mean? Like you just to really find the best OP power, it's not towards the power itself, it's the user. You know what I mean? Like it's what you're capable of with that ability and power. You know what I mean? I like fire because I like the techniques, I like the loadouts. You know, I'm used to it, so I like it. I do have a second character. He's Rage, but I don't really use him. His name is Carnage, 1991. His CR is level, I think, 108 or 113, but I don't really mess with him. Because I'm trying to max out this one first. And I'm almost there, so. So fire is the answer. Or my answer, at least. That's hard, huh? But yeah, what else do you basically need to know or curious about? Because it was? How was it a great? It was? Alright, thank you. Um, there's always a lot of people explaining their point of views in the game. Um, how they say powers are broken or whatever. It's it's more of the basis on how they use it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, like for example, yours is atomic because you like the techniques, you like the loadout and stuff like that, right? That's what makes your character stronger because you're so comfortable with it. If you went to ice or mental or whatever, you still have to learn the techniques. Because if you learn the techniques and all over again, it's basically starting all over. Even though you have a high CR, it's it's gonna take some time to learn the loadout or the abilities in general. You know what I mean? And since I'm so comfortable with fire, I don't really want to change the power. I really don't see a need for it. So yeah. And besides, I like fire. Fire, I think to me looks like the coolest power for me, in my opinion. And that's another thing too. People gotta notice and realize, you can't really roast a power or an ability just because you don't like the style or because you don't think it's really worth playing. It's really on how you manage it. Do I know who Batman is? Yes, I do. He's right. He's online too. I do. Um, when my name was Terminator 1991, it gives you one chance to change your name, but that's it for that main character. So I wanted something more DC. I wanted something more that stuck out, that's related, DC related. So I wanted to change the name to something more, you know, DC Universe. So I looked around and tried to come up with something that nobody has came up with. And there's a lot of people that I'm not gonna say copied me because I can't really say that. I can't really justify when they did the name or whatever. But Nightmare Batman, it kind of suited what I wanted because I wanted a mix with between Thomas Wayne, Bruce Wayne's dad, and Batman Beyond kind of mix. So that's when Nightmare Batman came in my head. So yeah, but I do know who that is. Vulcan. Yeah, yeah. When I first started streaming, uh, it was Terminator 1991, and I kind of wanted to change the name badly, so it came to this. And he came to my channel once in a while, and then that's how we met because he's famous for DC for his content and his advice. So yeah, he helps me, and I help him once in a while. But it's been a while since we played against each other or anything like that. So yeah, he's a cool dude though. But I'm Batman. Just to answer your question. I feel like I need to add something, but I don't know what. I don't know. Should I add something more to my bed? To my room? I don't know. Alright, I'm gonna go to another PvP match. Let's see what's up. Wish me luck. Oh yeah, so what level is your character, Alicia? By the way. Because if you're trying to level up your CR, let's say you're in tier 1, 2, and 3. $42? Oh, okay. Alright, so that's a good example. So tier level 1 CR through 30 is basically a tutorial on how to play the game. Like, you know, getting used to the missions and getting comfortable on like the loadout and layout of the game setup. Like how to queue up, what to look for, um, how to gain collections, how to look for them, you know, stuff like that. Like feats and little stuff like that. And then once you beat level 30, you get to level 30, you unlock all your powers. Like the abilities, like taunting or the finishing move, you know, stuff like that. This, like the finishing move, you unlock that once you get to level 30. All of the techniques, all the moves. And the revamp did that so you have more flexibility in how to use your powers more properly and better techniques instead of just using a few. Okay, so since you're 42, you're basically your level at the moment for your CR and your tiers are going to be available tier 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so what you want to do if you're interested to do it is you want to finish all tier 1, 2, and 3 in all different categories. First player, second player, 4 player, and 8 player. Because if you do all those rotations and get all the gear you're missing, not only that you're gonna build your character's CR like that, but you're gonna get all the skill points for collecting all the styles. Collecting everything in the game helps you build your character stronger because you're not just focusing on the CR. You want to make sure that your skill points is surpassing or is as great as your CR. You never want to have less CR than, you don't want less skill points than your CR. Because if your CR is greater than your skill points, you're really actually weak. You're not strong. So you want to make sure that you do that because if you do, then you're upset. Then you're stronger than you really should be, basically. Because I have 271 skill points, and I already maxed out on all tier levels. So my PvP, he's already finished. So I'm gonna go to it. No, Diana, you're not weak. It's more of your strategies and leveling up. Okay, so what I did was, which was a good idea. I don't know if you guys are gonna be interested or not, but for me, I have 3 different armories. Okay, there's people that have 5, 6, 20, 16 different tombs. I get why they get bored or they kind of want to do a different power. Yeah, I get that. But in order for you to become the strongest toon or strongest hero slash villain in the game, you want to make sure that your character has all the potential it can possibly have. What I mean by that is have a main character you focus on like 99 or 95% of the time, because if you want to make sure that your character is more OP, stronger, and best as possible, you want to make sure the skill points is as high as possible. So your CR, it's a lot easier to get that because raids drop a lot of gear. Um, Vendors are pretty easy to come by getting the gear. It's just depending on your timing. You know what I mean? Like how much time and effort you put on that tune. But if you keep swapping off to different tunes, you're basically just spending more time on what you should have done in your main tune. And this is what I'm getting at, so that way it's better of an understanding. So let's say there's two types of tiers. Okay, uh, this is basically here. Let me go to it so that way it makes more sense. Okay, so from the latest DLC, the highest CR levels of gear is gonna be level 71, 171, 172, 173, and 175. 175 is the highest vendor pieces of gear you can get for the latest DLC for the torn time feats or missions and stuff like that. Raids, fighting Perdecaden, and fighting Ultimate Soldier. Okay, they're the latest ones to get at the moment because the next DLC hasn't came yet. It's coming soon, but it's pretty much the latest. What you want to do is have 3 different armories. One for the PvP, which you just saw, and you want to just put all your PvP gear into that too. Okay, so that way you kind of just maintain it without going to, let's say, 5 matches here and getting points for your tune for this one and getting PvP gear here. And let's say you get bored, you go to the next tune and you do the same thing, 4 or 5 matches there, and you get points to gain for your next PvP gear. Those points you gain from that tune could have been for this one. You know what I'm saying? You always want to maintain and focus on one tune basically. 2 is cool because you can use the second one as a mule or as a bank. What I mean by that, let's say if you have duplicates of the same collection and it's a rare collection, send it to your secondary tune. Let him collect it. Don't collect the aura or the material or whatever the collection is. Sell it in the broker. Make your money that way. So you with your main tune, you collect all the auras, all the material, all the whatever special or whatever it is. That way you get the feat and the style for your main character. So he has everything, right? So what you want to do with your secondary armory, because I have a DPS and a tank. My tank is 206. So I'm on push talk. So I'm not saying anything. It's just to show you. So just to show you. Okay, so you see how like, yeah, I'm a hero, but do you see how like it's pretty much OP? He has all the mods, all the gear that you can possibly get to 206. Okay, so what I used to do is I only put my 175 gear and all the OP gear into my tank, and then whatever that was second strongest gear out there, like the 173 gear or whatever, I would put it for my DPS. He's not modded, but he's basically second best. He has basically all the top gear and everything else like that. He's not modded, but he's getting to the point where he's about to be done. So I'm gonna show you this one too. Okay, do you see that? So from now on, if you want to do it the best and quickest way possible, you have 3 armories, okay? Okay, Diana. I'll catch you later. Thank you. Have a good night, okay? Thanks for watching. Okay. So with this, for example, you'll from now on, if you want to do it a lot quicker and a lot of steady pace without switching so much, you want to have 3 armories. Here, I'll show you. Because that's basically what you really need. You don't really need anything else. Because if you really want to switch out and help out and contribute into a raid or a 4-player raid, whatever, this is the best way. You know how sometimes they need tank and then there's every single role but beside that tank? Well, you can just swap off like with the switch. And that's all you really need. You don't really need anything else. But that's basically it. So right in front of me, that's my tank. PvP. So from now on, when you guys do, make sure it's the power you guys like. Make sure it's the main tune that you like to use the most. And set up this armory just like I have it. PV, tank, or whatever 2 roles that you're comfortable with. I'm comfortable with tank because I like the tank. I've been tanking since the beginning. I got used to doing DPS, so I'm really kind of warming up to it since I'm fire, you know. And then for my PvP, I'm fighting other people with this set of gear. So, yeah, that's basically what I can tell you about leveling up and doing the best way. Secondary gear always goes to your secondary role that you don't use so much. And your main role has the best gear possible. Cool? So anything else you guys would like to know, or anything advice you would like to know? And another thing about this game is too, communication. This is what Daybreak is saying too, and it's true because MMOs are based on molded around it. It's communication. Um, it's fun to do it yourself. It's um, it's fun to explore the game yourself. You know, to get used to it, learning how to mod, you know, stuff like that. But it's always good to have communication with people because once you, like, for example, let's say you need help with a mission or a feat or whatever. You see where it says LFG on the corner and it's highlighted green on that communication box right there? Well, that's communicating with the whole DC universe. Like that are people that are connected to that link of communication. That actually helps narrow down on what you really need to get done. If you need help with a 2-player raid, or if you need help with a team up for a Legends PvP mission, like stuff like that, there's more than likely people looking at that because that's one of the most popular channels in the game. Okay, so yeah, communication, learning the combos and techniques of your role, your powers, and everything like that. Because if you keep switching off to different I'm actually gonna take off push attack. Hold on, so that way I don't have to keep holding it so much. Okay, so yeah, that's what you have to do. Communicate, search, research a lot too. YouTube helps a lot. It's kind of like your cheat code. Just think of it like that. You know how you would try to research cheat codes for Grand Theft Auto, or look up specific missions that you don't understand for a certain feat? YouTube always explains or gives you an example on how to reach that goal. And what I mean by that is, if you go in the mission and you read the raid and you have no idea what it's talking about, what you would do is you go to Dcuo when you put on YouTube Dcuo, because that's the title of the game. You go to the feats menu, you go in here, right? And everything that you're looking for that's related to the game is basically all the feats in the game, right? Legends, um, base, collecting all the base items, general, like doing the basic missions or in the beginner missions or whatever, collectibles, collecting all the gear, collecting all the like briefings, investigations, races, the random stuff that you do on a daily basis, exploration, solo missions, putting things together, R&D, tearing things apart, stuff like that. If you don't understand any of those concepts or how to solve it, if you YouTube and that, and then you know how it's highlighted blue because you didn't complete the feat. If it's highlighted blue, that means you need to look it up, right? So the way you look it up, I forgot to do that. You go to DCUO, right? When you look up in YouTube, and from wherever situation it's for, raid or whatever, you want to put the title. So if let's say this one was highlighted blue, not lime green, it says alert rookie. And I look it up on YouTube. I put alert rookie, DCUO alert rookie. More than likely, there's gonna be a video on how you do it. You know what I mean? There's an example. So once you go back in the game, you need to explain it to your group. That's the best way. That's why I say communication is key, because that's what builds you, and people trust you more. People are more relying on you to help them. And when people see that and you know what you're talking about and doing, then people are more likely going to have you into the raids. People are going to invite you. People are going to want your help. Stuff like that. Because you get the basics on how to look up stuff. Stuff like that. Anything else? Yeah, let me do another PvP match because I need points. Oh, cool. But that's what you want to do, okay? Have two different armories with two different roles. If you like to be a healer, put that as your main role. And then for your secondary armory, DPS or tank, or whatever role you're comfortable with. But once you do that and you set up like always put your secondary best gear into the armory that you don't really are not used to yet, like your second best roll. So if you like to heal and your second best roll is DPS, put your second best gear to your DPS and your best gear for your healer, and then you can be set. Yeah. I've been playing this for almost like 6 years, so I should know. Everybody got their points of view, so it's more or less on how you take the information or the advice. But I'm glad I can help Alicia. Well, I'm glad I can help you out with that, though. Look at him, man. His atomic powers are too, like you see his loadout, you can't really defeat his loadout because he heals himself. Even though he's not a healer, his power is kind of not structured. So, he won. I gotta charge my phone. Let me see what else. Yeah, it's basically what I have to give for information, because other than that, I pretty much told you everything that I know. I don't think I'm missing anything. But do you see how his power is? See this in PvP. I'm not gonna say that your power is broken or whatever because I don't really know how they set it up. But you can kind of tell that you can't really counter or defeat him. I want a fair fight. I know he's not like winning, like he's just being stupid. Just wasting time, man. It's getting done because look at his ability. Look, watch. He's not even fully charged with his PvP gear, but look, you see how like I couldn't really do anything? Watch. You see? Like it's bullshit. Fucking. Dude, what the f... see that? Like, it makes it pointless to fight them, you know? I'm gonna tell them to... I know.
What if there was an airline that let you bring up to 4 bags?
Alright, I'm gonna go do something else. Actually, I know what I need to do. Side missions. I don't know why. The reason why there's so many atomics is because a lot of them use that for like PvP matches, like you're seeing and experiencing.
I know a bunch of our troops from both back in my heyday and even more from right now. They're all swell and damn good fighters, but they are outgunned by the savage soldiers and need
the technology at our disposal may seem like science fiction, but you can bet the farm that it's science fact. I just need your help retrieving it so we can use it against the savage soldiers.
I specialize in cleaning up messes that others cannot. This is one of the biggest I've ever seen. And I've seen a lot. In order to get this under control, I need the best assets I can find. I hope you're up to my standards.
It's a lot of work, man. You have to be dedicated playing this game, though. Like, you gotta learn the strategies, you gotta look at, like, your missions that you have to do for the feeds.
You will regret that.
Those fascist pigs need more punching.
That is nothing.
I've been doing everything alone, man. I'm maxed out. I'm what you call an expert. I pretty much have what you don't have. So I'm just running these little missions that I can for right now.
We are stronger. I will tear you apart. Ah! Enemy spotted.
No, I'm doing these little missions. I know what you're saying, but I'm doing these missions before the reset, or because these reset every day, and I haven't done any of this.
See you out further on the field.
How about this?
Call in backup.
I'll help you. That way I dedicate more time to helping you and do all the missions that you need to do to level up, and that way you get a serious level up instead of just like 10 levels. Thursday and Friday I'm off. If you really want me to help you grind to get your skill level higher and get a couple skill points as we go along, I would say that would be the best bet, because that's when I'm more available. Since it's already late, it's kind of hard to link up with different missions. A lot of people are not on, you know, stuff like that. But if you really want to grind and stuff like that, and really
See
want
you
to
out
help
further
you
on the
in a
field.
better fashion, I would say Thursday and Friday. Thursday and Friday, I wouldn't mind helping you because I'm more flexible.
Artillery! To victory! Halt! Such weakness! You will regret that. I will destroy you. I will tear you apart. That is nothing. Incoming! We are stronger.
You just want me to help you level up from that?
I hear you made quick work out of those savage soldiers.
With this success rate, maybe Special Agent Anderson will finally write something good in my files.
Excellent work. And I don't give out praise easily. Just ask Warrant Officer Jones. At this rate, you'll become a serious contender for a permanent position with my government organization.
Well, I'll help you level up, man. That's basically what I'm gonna do. So, well, throughout Thursday, when you're getting the skill points, dude, you'll level up anyway. So, yeah. I'll be right back. Yeah, man, that's a lot to go through, bro. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna help you get through every feat. That's a lot. Like I said, you gotta keep playing the mission. You can't just expect to do it all in one day. It's not gonna work that way. So what you're asking is too much. I'm gonna help you, but I'm not gonna like do everything, because basically your level is so low that I'm gonna be carrying you. I'm not gonna do that. No, I'm not talking to you, bro. I'm talking to the person I'm shooting with. Yeah, I'm not gonna carry you all the way. I'm gonna help you level up, but I'm not gonna carry you through getting all the easy feats, so that way you know, like, no. Because I got things to do too. Reset on Thursday, I have to do stuff for me too. I said I was gonna help you out. I didn't say I was gonna make you get everything. And that's what you're trying to aim for. That's what you're trying to tell me. Okay, Angela. Alright, Alicia. Alright, good night, Alicia. I'll see you later. Alright, I'll talk to you later. I'm gonna invite more, hold on. Shit. Did you find a monster? Yeah, if you find a monster, we'll go from there. And then we'll just start inviting people. You haven't found a monster yet, huh? I'll find one over here. Hold on, I'm looking for a monster.
Destroy them.
Yo, you know what? Let's join their group, man, because it looks like they're finding more people that way. Come on, let's just go to their group. Do the looking for a group thing, that way you can find some more people.
I thought Savage and Protector was scary. That creature is beyond imagination. We should avoid I freely came over to offer information, and the Allies treat me like a prisoner.
The Blackhawks need your help on the field. Do your part and help our troops.
This war feels like it'll never end. With your help, we can defeat Perdegaton and Baron von...
I need supplies over here. Can I get a resupply? Now let's hit him where it hurts. I'm out of ammo here. My weapon is jammed. I need supplies. My weapon is jammed. I need a new one. We're back in business. I'm out of ammo here. Thanks, buddy. Can I get a resupply? Time to take down some fascists. I will destroy you. Fools. Soon we will take them out from the inside. You've ruined my disguise. I will kill you for that. That is nothing. How did you find me out? We are stronger. You've ruined my disguise. I will kill you for that. How did you find me out? You will regret that.
I'm getting tired
With
of
abilities like yours, Baron von Savage and
Perdegaton.
Perdegaton...
Now!
You survived? Unexpected. I mean, my faith in you never wavers. I look forward to the Allies hearing of our good work together here. I will destroy you. I will tear you apart. victory! Ah! Such weakness! Destroy them! You will regret that. We are stronger.
Good gosh almighty, back already? Those savage
Keep fighting.
Your strength will not go unnoticed.
Alright, I'm gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna come back in a little bit. So I'm gonna take a quick break real quick. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in a little bit.